Senator Lambie.
I'll come back to that, but first of all, I want to go into the TPI. So I just want to know how, in very short terms, in very simple terms, how's the economic loss component of the special rate TPI payment determined?
Certainly, Senator. I'll ask Ms Foreman.
Yep, that's fine. So, Senator, the TPI pension comprises both a financial component and it also comprises a gold card. So it's a total package, okay? At the moment, the TPI rate is $1,373.80 per fortnight, and more than 80% of people who receive TPI also receive the income support pension, which is $894.40 a fortnight. So that's a total of $2,268.20 a fortnight that they receive, as well as the gold card. I think I need to mention, Senator Lambie, we're working with the TPI Federation on this matter at the moment. We've had a couple of meetings with them and we're going to be having some further ones so that we can look at reaching a better understanding of their particular concerns. But I can confirm to you that at the moment, the TPI pension is not treated as an economic payment. If it were considered to be an economic payment, it would be taxed. It would be considered as income when you're looking at income support payments. It would stop at the age of 65 and a half years and people would be transitioned onto the age pension, and it's not offset against any superannuation payments. So while sometimes people call it an economic payment, it's actually not treated as one. If it were treated, as I said, those other, and it would be taxed, I think I mentioned that, those other parameters would apply.
Not what percentage is getting over that $2,000 mark and what percentage is getting about $1,300 a fortnight?
So more than 80% are getting the $2,268. I think it's about 85%.
That's the older population. What about the younger population that are being done for TPI? How are they going with their payments?
So, Senator, the younger population don't receive TPI, they receive incapacity payments under the MERCA. So the TPI is only available under the Veterans Entitlement Act, which was replaced by the MERCA in relation to injuries and illnesses arising after 2004. So it's an older cohort who is on the TPI
So
payment.
Is that not two standards then? One lot's getting paid about $1,300 a fortnight and the other ones are getting $2,000.
Senator, there's a taper rate on income and assets.
Are you talking about this one here?
I don't know what you're...
Yeah, okay, I'm going to table these documents. But I guess the other question I have is this.
Senator, can I just...
Yep.
If you're getting the income support pension, that means you don't have a very high level of... You're under the asset threshold and you're under the income test threshold. But the TPI pension itself is not considered income, so it doesn't count. For all other payments that you're receiving from Centrelink or other economic loss payments, they're considered income, and that reduces your service pension or your age pension. But the TPI pension doesn't work that way. That's an important issue. It's an important difference between the payments.
Okay, so I guess this would be for the Minister, but if 65% of the minimum wage isn't acceptable, do you think the 65% of the minimum wage is an acceptable level as measured by community standards for the men and women who are now totally permanently incapacitated?
Senator, I would also say, as I mentioned earlier, that even if you're not receiving the additional income support component because your assets are at a higher level and your income is at a higher level over the threshold, you still get a gold card, which is worth a considerable amount of money in terms of the concessions that enables you to access. You get discounts on your utility bills, like gas, electricity, telephone.
So, Ms Foreman, they get what the age pensioner gets, exactly the same. They get gold card standard, which is pretty much the same. Most of that, it relates to everybody else's entitlement to healthcare. They may get in a bit quicker, and then you're basing it on assets, which most of them, I would imagine, don't have a great deal of assets.
So that's why 85% of them get the service pension as well as the disability support pension. They get an income support pension because of their income and assets being below the threshold, and they get the TPI special rate, which is the component which everybody gets. That's a